I would like to talk to the three-time MAGA voters who are leaving MAGA. I just saw a video of a man seeing the picture Donald Trump posted of him as Jesus. And he said it was a disgrace and shameful when it's the Bible. It's 100% true. Every Christian knows comparing yourself to Jesus is wrong on every level. But I also see a lot of videos of people crying. Why? I said I'm against Trump. I left MAGA. Where's my love? The issue comes from you just dislike Trump, him as a person. You're still going to vote red, and you'd vote red in a MAGA way, like Marco Rubio or Stephen Miller, people like that, which is the same exact regime, but with different flavors. And that's why we can't, have you a part of our tribe because you're still a fascist, which you can work on. We all, every white liberal you see has gone through ego death and has faced their internalized, for women, internalized misogyny, and for white people, our racism. Because most of us were like you. We didn't actively hate black people, and that's obviously what racists do, but you do clutch your purse a little tighter when there's a black man walking by, or you walk a little faster, or you avoid black areas because they're just so dangerous. That is also racism. And until you're willing to face that, you you aren't helping us fight this regime. You have become just one of the Republicans who sits on the sideline, lightly shaking their head and wagging their finger, saying, "No, no, no, Trump, that's bad." And we don't accept those people. And we certainly don't accept the people who claim to be Democrat and on the left who sit on the sidelines. They're just as guilty. Please don't think that just because they're blue, they get a pass. It's just we need the numbers right now to vote them all out. So sadly, we are stuck with these people for now. But if you truly want to change, if you have that pit in your stomach feeling of, I know I'm doing something wrong, I just don't know what. I've been told I'm doing the right thing, but it feels wrong. Listen to that feeling. And the things you push back hardest on, the things you refuse to listen to, maybe there's a reason you push back so hard. It could be because you're scared you'll agree. And how will your MAGA family think? How will your MAGA friends react? What will your MAGA church do if you come out, basically, if you come out of the closet as a leftist? And that's scary. That's terrifying, thinking you could lose everyone simply because of your beliefs, simply because you know right from wrong. And yes, this should also give you some feeling of what gay people go through in Christian households. Because there's always a few, or atheists. My mother was extremely loving. I did not come from an extremely religious household, and I was still scared to tell her I was an atheist. So all of us understand. Every leftist understands. Well, there's a few jerks who are like, I've always known better. But there's jerks in every group, sadly. We can't help it. Just like atheists. There's Reddit atheists. They're terrible and annoying. But we want to be there for you. We want to embrace you and have you be our brother, our sister, our sibling in, in this protest, in this massive demonstration that we will not be oppressed. We will not sit under a tyrant. That we will fight tooth and nail until we win and get our freedom. As Iran said, we will drown you in our blood, meaning we are willing to fight till the very end, until there is so much you can drown in it. That is a will to fight most people do not know, and that will comes from when you are at risk of your rights being stripped. In Nazi Germany, the Germans could not know who is and is not safe. But thanks to the internet, we know. It's out there. It's, you can find your people. So please, if you have any questions, if you're even curious, or if you recognized that stomach pit feeling and go, ooh, I actually know what she's talking about. Or, when you're watching a news report and Trump's praising himself and you go, oh, I feel nauseous. That's your body telling you you're doing something wrong. And if you're religious, that's your soul telling you this is wrong. This isn't what we should be doing. And it's okay to do wrong in the sense of a wrong you can make right. You will always be someone who supported this, sadly. But you could also be the person who rose up and helped fight back against this tyranny and be a hero. You would be if you let us actually take you in, if you actually do penance. If penance isn't painful, it's not penance. It's just, I did this, forgive me. Would you accept that from a leftist? If a leftist said, I'm a 3-time Bernie voter, my bad, can I join MAGA? Or would you go, what do you mean you're a 3rd-time Bernie voter, you're upset? Okay, well, and if Bernie then destroyed the world, or attempted to, you would demand a real apology, an answer, a reason. That's all we're asking. Explain why you voted, and just have a conversation. Not even explain why you voted. It is just a conversation. Don't just yell, libtard, or whatever, and move on. Actually, talk to us. And we won't cuss you out. We won't, out of nowhere, start yelling at you. Some of us might snap if poked. But most of us would love just to have a conversation and to get to know you and figure out what we can do to fix this divide in our country. So please feel free to comment or message and start a discussion about what we can do to fix our big little town. Because thanks to the internet, the entire world has now become our little small town. And it's our job as residents to take care of our little town. Because we love our little town and we don't want it to go away.